Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back. So let's take today's topic is reading the room and basically noting down that who really decides. So many times this I'm making this video based out of the experience into so many deals which I have also done in last many years during my work experience. And what happens that lots of deals are being done even on phone. So you probably don't get the opportunity to meet the person who is making the decision. So many times email communication is there and phone calls are being there, and we basically finalize the order and we go ahead. So when you meet the people, then it becomes fairly easy that who is the right person with whom you are talking and who is the decision maker. But when you are on the phone or email, you might not be able to figure out. So it's very important that if you are convincing some person as a seller that this is the order, or even as a partner, if you are convincing the other team, other side, then you must always note this that whether your efforts are going in the right direction. It should not go waste because a person who is not in the decision making position, probably he won't be giving you this straight away, right away answer that he is not the decision making person. Maybe his own ego will come in place that why should I tell him that I am not the decision maker. So that's the thing. And many times people straight away inform the other party that I am not the right person. So many times you approach the sales people approach the company and they get some contact and they keep on maintaining the communication through email or phone, but it's going waste actually in that sense. Even you are trying to build a relationship with this company, trying to get entry into the company, and you are making this efforts from last 1 year, but the problem is that you have not ring the bell of the right person. So that's the thing. So it's important that if you're persuading some person, it should be the right person who is the real decision maker. And in organizations, it even depends on the hierarchy, but so many times it depends on the person who is having lots of experience in the department, but he may be at a lower hierarchy, but he is the trusted person of the top management. So if you have reached that person, probably he will get the things done rather than you are just trying to meet someone at a executive level, but probably he's not being given that kind of decision making. So that's the thing. And so there is authority and there is influence. So authority is basically title and a formal position, organizational hierarchy, a designated role, and budget approval rights. And then there is influence, who is the trusted advisor in the department, historical credibility. So someone who is working in that procurement department for, let's say, more than 10 years. So he's quite become pro in decision making, and people hear to them when the project managers take the final decision whether we are going ahead with the supplier. So I'm little bit talking about the industrial context, but you can always refer this discussion and implement in the other context as well. So even a kind of salary negotiation, or maybe in family relationships kind of thing. Access to key stakeholder, who has is having the access to key stakeholder means a person who is at the topmost position, but he won't be having direct access to you means as a seller. So there is someone in between. So that's the thing. And the person who is ability to shape the narratives. So I can tell you that even a peon in government offices can change the narrative, and they have access to key stakeholders instead of let's say suppose manager. So a peon who is working in the department from 20 years have better access to the key stakeholder and changing the narrative. So many times I have noticed people call and someone is picking the phone, and he might be a very junior person who is basically receptionist kind of person, but this receptionist is in that company for many years, and he or she has much more experience and probably influence to the on the key stakeholder or key decision maker. So in the meeting, if you are in the room, then it's like who speaks last from the other party and the other team which you are with whom you are meeting, and who others look at, who interrupts, and whose absence delays the start of the meeting. So he is the basically the final decision maker most likely. And So I think these are the basic things. The idea is that just don't keep your efforts wasted in trying to persuade a person who is not a real decision maker, and your efforts get wasted, and probably he is not telling you that. So that's the thing. So just be cognizant about this. Thank you.